I'm Donald Sienkiewicz with the Estate Preservation and Planning Law Office in Amherst, New Hampshire, and I'm sitting here with my boy Elias, who is 17 and has got a pretty cool piece of gear here. So Elias, what is this thing you're sitting on?
This is a CBR 250R. It's probably most standard small motorcycle, but it's a sport bike, so it's fun nonetheless.
All right, pretty cool. So where are you going with this thing?
I don't know, I was thinking go up to Uncanunic Mountain, see if I can see some sights.
Pretty nice. So when did you buy this?
I bought it about 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. New, used?
It's used. It had about 1,300 miles on it, so relatively new. It still looks new, feels new.
Okay. So, you know, we play this cash flow game, this Robert Kiyosaki game every now and then, and you know how, remember how he's divided the world up of the things you can buy into two categories, assets and doodads? So, Elias, would you consider this pretty cool sport bike an asset or a doodad?
In my opinion, it's an asset because I use it to ride to work every day, and without it, I wouldn't be able to get to my job, which will, by the end of the summer, pay it off. So
so you had to borrow some money to buy this bike?
I did. It's an investment.
All right, so what are you doing for work this summer?
I'm installing sprinkler systems on construction sites.
Okay.
Commercial, residential.
All right, you getting paid decent?
Yeah, it's good enough to buy me this.
Okay. So without this bike, could you get to work?
It's possible, but it would be an inconvenience for most everyone involved.
Okay. So your mom would have to drive you, which is kind of embarrassing for a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it would cost money. Okay, so you borrowed money. You paying some interest on that loan?
I did for one of the loans I took out, family loan. Paid
Family
about
loan.
10%.
Okay, so that was another question I had, right? You don't have a credit rating yet.
No.
Right? So you had to get some money from a family member. Is that me?
I took out 2 loans. I took out one from my older sister, who charged me 10%, and an interest-free loan from my father.
10%. That's not bad. That's not bad for
It's fine.
for a guy who couldn't get a commercial loan. And what'd you pay again for the bike?
This one cost me $2,300.
Okay. So what does this retail for new?
About $4,400.
Okay. And you just bought it from a dealer?
No, I bought it from a private seller,
Okay.
who bought it for $4,400.
Okay. So you think this is a reasonable investment because without it you couldn't make money by working this summer?
Yeah, and it was a good deal, and it probably won't depreciate over the course of my using it. I should be able to sell it for what I bought it for or more.
Okay, depreciate. So motor vehicles tend to go up or down in value over time?
They usually depreciate, yes.
Okay, they go down in value over time. Okay, well, that's I think that's a good discussion about this. I agree that it was probably okay to borrow money for this because you're going to make money with it. And so in my mind, a big difference between a doodad and an investment and a justification for whether you can borrow money to buy something is if you can make money with it. So if you can make money on something you buy, it's okay to borrow money for it. But if it's just something you're going to consume and it's not going to make you any money, harder to justify borrowing money.
Certainly.
All right, that's all for the video today. Have a great ride, my boy.
Thanks.
Mwah.
Love you.